let's get this show on the road. One more time for this season, the last race of Season 3 2025. Split 4. Before this season, Split 4 was a pipe dream, ladies and gentlemen. We never had a singular Split 4 race. This season, this is race number 8. A full season, basically, if you ignore the drop rounds of course, that you could have participated in Split 4. It has become a reality. It is amazing. Great stuff. So let's celebrate this. We know the Split 4 championship has been decided already. You will probably see it right now on the screen. So yeah, let's celebrate. I am in celebration mode for this broadcast, and I hope we see a race that is worth to be celebrated. I don't know. As usual, I go completely blind in those. Let's see how qualifying went, and then we will start the final race of Season 3 of 2025. Give it to us, Split 4. So, this is our starting grid for the final race of the season. Paul Remnant, Richard Nichols, James Moore, we have seen all of them quite a bit this season. And here we are. Final race. And here we go. Good start by Richard Nichols. Very good getaway. Fast reaction time from the Split 4 champion. Someone has not started at all, and one had a really bad start. So 13 cars basically are now chasing turn 1 for the first time. Paul Remnant maybe even losing P2. Oh no, James Moore, little contact with Aaron Williams. We have turn 1 shenanigans. But I said it multiple times, we are in a bottom split. We expect mistakes. And turn 2 as well. Okay, we have a few things to watch for the highlights. Sebastian Müller, he was in one of those incidents. We won't focus too much. And turn 5, lap 1. I was missing these. Everyone. Okay. Is this a retirement? This looks like a retirement. Goodbye. Never seen this driver. Was a short one. Oh, okay, Sebastian started from the pits, it seems. Maybe didn't make it in time because of reasons. I don't know. First lap is coming to a close. Richard Nichols, Paul Remnant, Aaron Williams, Chris Forrester and Diogo Silva are the top 5. But yeah, 3 big incidents we have to take a look at. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 5, all for the highlights. And now let's focus on the race itself. James Moore has dropped down a few positions. And he blinks. Good combination. Sebastian Müller gained a few positions as a result. He started from P10 if I remember correctly. I think last week I talked about it. Usually he qualifies higher and drops down further in the race. Maybe this week it will be different. Starting a bit lower and gaining a few positions. Maybe a story for this race. Chris Forrester and Aaron Williams. Forrester gets past. Forrester past Williams. Maybe something for the highlight package. Nichols and Remnant are off in the distance. Over 2 seconds between them and Chris Forrester, who is now the new person in P3. Thomas Bruin and Martin Gonzalez. Thomas had a race to forget last week. Remember his big shunt into the hairpin of Tsukuba where he completely missed it and crashed into another driver. He apologized for that. So let's hope he has a better race this week. Aaron Williams, one of the mainstays of Split 4 racing. Ooh, braking on the grass can be dangerous, and that lost a lot of time. I'm curious where Diogo Silva is. There he is, right behind him. This is no longer 0.6 seconds. Aaron now has to be in defensive mode. Forrester got a bit of space between them as a result. Good looking livery, by the way. I like it, Diogo. Really like this livery. I mean, this British livery provided by Jack Davies looks amazing as well. But I am a biased person. That blue and yellow Renault inspired Mill 7 livery. Mwah. Oh, what the hell? Coming out of the pits and almost crashing the leader. Jeez Louise. Or jeez Elise in dem Fall. And now standing again. Now, I won't even show that in the highlight. No. Oh, Claudio Diaz. Big mistake. Big mistake. But yeah, we are in Split 4. Kevin Lanka. The Jurassic Park livery chasing Florian Zametzer in the Jordan 191 inspired livery. Last week Florian Zametzer was blinking a lot. This week it seems much better. Yeah, it looks much better. Hopefully this stays. Kevin Van Lanka, as I just saw on the car itself. The overlay just shows parts. Same with, for example, Dylan Da Costa. This overlay always shows Dylan Costa. So I have to remember there is a Van in the name. Yeah, field is pretty spread out. Take a look at that minimap. You can see every circle pretty close. Yeah, the closest thing is P10 and 4 and 5. It's also somewhat close. Nichols, our race leader, our Split 4 champion, being chased by Paul Remnant. Also driver, like I said earlier, we have seen a lot this season. Chris Forrester we have seen quite a bit. Aaron Williams was there every week. Sebastian Müller was there on a regular basis. Thomas Bruin in the latter half of the season was basically a mainstay. So yeah, Split 4 drivers. Thank you for showing up for the season finale of the Clio SoF. Zametzer with a mistake into turn 5, losing a position to Kevin Van Lanka. He is now in P10. Müller being chased by Martin Gonzalez. We have seen him also a few times this season. I remember the back of his red car and that cool vibrations sticker inside the car. Yeah, you start to get familiar with people. And he tries, but he says, nope. Not gonna try it, I stay behind. 5 and 6 are pretty close, Moore and Silva. But we are still focusing on Zametzer and Kevin Van Lanka. Jurassic Park versus Jordan. I have to say, the Jordan 191 was a great looking car. I don't like the color green at all, but the car looked great. I have to say, there is my Renault R26 inspired livery. There it is. Thank you for showing it to me. James Moore. Best era of Renault racing in Formula 1 if you ask me. But we are in the Clio. We don't care about these side projects called Formula 1. Whatever it's called, I don't know. The Clio is more important. Gonzalez chasing Müller. There's a big gap to P6, so this is probably end of the road if he gets past the German. Or, I should always say, against the one driving under the German flag. We never can be for certain, because we know a few of our drivers choose flags they are probably not from. But it's okay. iRacing gives you this feature, so we should be okay with it. Down there, French versus French duel. Theo Bortolotti and Sébastien Ferrand. This is for P13. Looked clean. Martin Gonzalez a bit into the gravel, but he's not the first and probably not the last. Müller defending. But so far, good battle. So yeah, the early on it was a bit of an intense race, especially lap 1, turn 1, 2 and 5. But now it's settled down a bit. I mean, yeah, the field is pretty spread out. This is close, and for P10 it's close. Other than that, we have at least half a second gaps. Gonzalez. You can feel... Oh, that was not the best line. Lost a bit of momentum there. But I wanted to say, you can feel and see that he is faster. But it doesn't help you anything if you don't get past the person in front of you. First you have to pass, then you have to get away. And you can chase the others. Zametza and Van Lanka. Oh, goes a bit wide there. And this gives the opportunity for Zametza to get past him. Müller and Gonzalez still fighting. Battle of the race, but look! Paul Remnant made a bit of a mistake, and suddenly Chris Forrester only 0.2 seconds behind him. Maybe we can see something from them as well. Even though this is a good battle so far. Now we jump back to Van Lanka and Zametza. Yeah, I think his blinking issue from last week is being resolved. And back to Müller and Gonzalez. I'm sorry, I would love to see Split 2. No, I don't want to see Split 2 because we are in Split 4. I want to see the battle for P2. Little difference. And now, look. Gonzalez to the inside. This was much better than last lap. To the inside, side by side. Who has more guts? It is Gonzalez. Forrester dropping positions. Made a mistake. Instead of chasing P2, he is now back in P5. We have not seen what happened. We assume it was a mistake. Which can happen, of course, but sadly for him, a loss of 2 positions and no more attacking for P2, that is. But maybe he can get at least P4 back. He has 3 more minutes. And meanwhile, Gonzalez and Müller. Honestly, if this battle stays clean with no crash and stays like this for the rest of the race, these two have to be the thumbnail for the video. Let's be real, they have provided us basically the entire race. I said, why can't I shut up for once about these things? The commentary's curse. I'm sorry, Martin, I take it on me. But still maybe still the thumbnail for the race. I don't know. So far, no crazy crash, no real close-up here of the Jurassic Park sticker on the car. Van Lanka still behind Zametza, half a second. But yeah, Richard Nichols has everything under control. Paul Remnant is pretty safe in P2 after the mistake from Chris Forrester. Aaron Williams back in P3, 1.6 seconds. Diogo Silva 1 second, and then 0.6 and 0.7 seconds respectively for Chris Forrester and James Moore. Richard Nichols, here is our race leader. Almost about to start the final lap of the race, and also therefore the final lap of the season for the Clio SoF League. Maybe we get a battle for P5, Forrester and Moore. Zametza now close to Thomas Bruin. Real close. 0.3 seconds, this is possible in the final lap. Especially if Thomas Bruin makes a mistake. It isn't over until it is over. Zametza. P10 would be decent for the number 14 rated driver. Diogo defending P4 against Chris Forrester. Chris has just 2 more corners really to attack him. This is not an attacking corner. He is too far away, it seems. Yeah, he's too far away for turn 10. Diogo Silva, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, should be safe. And here he is, Split 4 champion and race winner for a second time this season, I believe. Richard Nichols wins it for the Buff Orpingtons, and he goes flying. He instantly goes flying. He doesn't care about his safety rating. He goes flying after that. Müller, Gonzalez, good battle for the entire race almost. Sebastien started from the pits, ended up in P12. Claudio Diaz, we saw a big lockup, and Theo Bortolotti is the last one across the finish line. So these are the results from Nichols to Zametza on page 1. And then we will jump to page 2. Kevin van Lanka down to Alice Visser, who barely raced. So yeah, let's jump to the standings to see how it affected things for the final time. Let's take a look. Final time, we take a look at the standings, and as usual we look for our split 4 drivers. We talked about these guys a whole bunch of much, a lot and everything, and now we look for the people that sometimes don't get the attention they deserve. But this is why we have broadcasts for every splits, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about our heroes in the quote-unquote lower splits. Sebastian Müller, I found him. He is in P43. Meanwhile, the one that dominated Split 4 Racing, below him. No, I will not start another rant. No, you know my opinion by now. Adam Brockton was in Split 3. No, he's not the one I was talking about. I wanted to talk about James Moore and Paul Remnant. 2 more drivers from the Split 4 crew we just saw in the top 50. Congratulations. Congratulations. Very well done. And if we take a look at the Split 4 Championship, we know Richard Nichols is the champion. We knew it before the race. Aaron Williams Also got 8 split 4 races, and he is in P2. Paul Remnant, Marcin Rejewski und Sebastian Müller are the top 5. Then the Australia crew, Adam Brockton and Shane Hanna, Alan Olsen, James Pepper, and James Moore, who was also in this race. He finishes in the top 10. And now let's find out how many wonderful people did we have in a split 4 race. Remember, before this season we never had a singular split 4 race. This season we had 8 and 77 drivers did participate. Amazing. So the season is done. Done. But we are not done yet with the video because we have a few highlights. But I want to take a few seconds just to say thank you for the journey this season. 44 races, and we got 44 replays to present 44 broadcasts. This is amazing. I want to thank each and everyone that provided me with the replays week in, week out, across all splits. What an amazing community we have here at the Clio Cup. And yeah, I don't want to drag it on too long. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the season, and I hope to see many of you again next season. New schedule, a schedule provided by iRacing, not the community. It will show itself, but we will not talk about it right now. We will see how racing will become next season. And yeah, enjoy the highlights. See you next season. Goodbye.